It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders next on EA Sports.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out come the Raiders for their opening drive, and at the helm in his first year in silver and black, 6th season overall, Gardner Minshew.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Open man is the first-round pick, Brock Bowers. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun is Minshew. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's good for Las Vegas.
They'll run here with a rookie. They'll get this up to the 34. And a good lane opening up right away for him. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's another Raiders first down.
First carry of the game from Zamir White. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On the handoff, it's Laube. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Minshew. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah. And right away, he lost the football. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Now Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And this is incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, and he loses the football a second time. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. KC's offense ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To the air, Allen rolling to his right. And he coughed it up, and the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Minshew sets to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Short throw caught by Bowers. To give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And this one's high, but not very far. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's 2nd and 7.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be. He did not get away.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Now they can't bring him down. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. And now they're in the hurry-up. On play action, Allen. Flush to his right. Now he will take it off in for a Chiefs touchdown. Josh Allen with career touchdown number 60.
And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and Jacoby Myers head out for this next drive. And he's been a consistent force offensively all season. Currently ranked amongst the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Minshew escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Here's Hardman to return.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. And quickly, they get to the line. They run again with Hunt. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now 1st and goal.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Josh Allen with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Minshew. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here's Minshew. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here now, 3rd down. Now Minshew. Being chased out left. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So 4 quarters couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. There are no flags. He's into the end zone.
Touchdown.
And an amazing return wins it in OT. Hard-fought game through 4 quarters, gets us into overtime, and then you can't even catch your breath and realize you're in overtime, and the return of the ball game's over.
Absolutely amazing what we got to see, because we're setting up all those different scenarios as we go to overtime. Do you take the ball, right? What do you do with the coin toss? Where are you going to play? How are you going to do it? And that takes it all out of our hands, doesn't it? A bolt of a return that ends the ball game.
How often do coaches talk, Charles, about that 3rd phase? And here the 3rd phase was the difference.
No doubt. And what I also think about is when you get to overtime, fatigue has to play a factor in it. And if you use a lot of guys who are frontline players on special teams, sometimes they run out of gas.
So for the Chiefs, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.